slow. Give me a second. Audio, 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 audio. Hello, hello, hello. That seems better. Hello, I am Cordelia Colt, but you can call me Cora. I am playing Rogue Legacy. Oh man, it took a little bit of fiddling to get this game to work, and the last time I tried, YouTube was being weird. But I'm here now. This looks like the audio should be fine. I hope. I think maybe the music's a little loud. I have a feeling the music's loud. Or possibly my voice. Like that. Is that better? I think that's better, right? Again, I've tried this. I'm not fully sure how good it's gonna be. And I obviously don't have any. Let's do that. Just a little bit. I have never played this game with a controller before. I've just made sure it works. And I obviously started a new file for the game, for the playing it now. Words. Now, I've been having a hard week. I've been having a very busy week, but it's over now. And I feel like next week is gonna be way better for streaming. And I have a couple weird ideas. I debated doing one of them today. What am I? Come on. Like, one of my ideas is like... Yeah, I genuinely don't know if it's gonna work. It's interesting. We'll see, though. Right now I'm playing Rogue Legacy, so that's all we need to focus on, I think. You all know the story of this game, right? Roughly? I don't know. If you're watching a Rogue Legacy livestream in 2022, then I don't think you... Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Music in this game. I know it's a little bit of a meme at this point, right? I talk about music in literally every game ever, but music's just good, y'all. And this game's music fucking slaps. I specifically want to talk about the theme in the what's it called, the attic, the Maya. So good, so fucking good. That is such a banger. Ugh. This is pretty good too. I like this one. I feel like it's a little loud. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Treason, an assassin has wounded my father, the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, I sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together, we shall venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hamson. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight, I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. I thought there was gonna be a line, one more line there. Ouch. Oh, and I don't have the dash yet. Ugh. Man. Oh, gaming, come back to me. Come back to me, gaming. Ouch. Wow. Ow. This is gonna be a very bad run. Oof. Man. I just need some coins. Come on. I just need some coins. Come on. There we go. Ugh. Cleared one room. I have 12 health out of 100. Ugh. Oh yeah, this is gonna be rough. Oof. You know, I never actually beat this game properly. It's just... Yes! Oh, that was a risk. Oh. So, hello. Ah. Yes! Shoot. Shoot. Yeah. Oh man, this is nostalgic. I associate this game very heavily with, like, summertime. That's one of these. Yeah, not gonna happen. I don't know, I played it a lot during, like, one summer. And ever since, it's just been, like, a summer game for me. I'm in no state to fight a boss. I don't know, there's something special about games that you play during a very specific time in your life. There's something so special about, like, the sense memory associated with that, because, ouch. Because I can, like, feel the specific summer air, and I can feel, like, I can smell it, you know? I can smell it, and that's just because yeah, it's good. I love this game a lot, or I used to at least. I haven't played it in a while. Okay, we have a mage, stereo blind, that does basically nothing. I think it does something, but I don't remember what the actual effect was. It was mostly aesthetic and minor at that. Dementia, you see enemies that aren't there sometimes, I think. It's kind of strange to me that that's dementia. What? Should that be, like, some sort of psychosis? I don't know. Knave. With the way I've been playing, probably not that smart, right? Mage. Glaucoma. And eidetic memory. This is a bad idea, but I want to go for Lena. Lady Lena, hello. Okay, yeah. Magic or health? We're obviously doing health. I'm struggling. Knight. Of course. Equipment, yes. Right now I'm just trying to unlock stuff. Don't need Enchantress, yes. Should I be reading the flavor text? Probably. Architect is mostly just to unlock the side of the... You know what? I want to practice my voice acting, so let's do the flavor text as well. The architect can lock a castle down and prevent it from changing. Like the layout of a castle, lock it down! Just make sure you can afford his fees. Mana up. Yeah. Basic, but I like it. Should I have saved some for these people? Yeah, maybe. What's a good blacksmith voice? Welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day, the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprint you find, and I will build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever. At a price, of course. Okay. Yeah. Sword? Yeah. I like a good sword. Helm, yeah. Limbs? That's not a good name for them. What? Limbs? Okay, sure. Enchantress, what's a good voice for her? Welcome, hero. Could I borrow your ear for a moment? I'm in need of your help. I used to be a very powerful enchantress, but one day the monsters of this castle invaded my dreams and stole my knowledge. They encased that knowledge in runes, and without those runes, I suck at my job. Please, hero, if you find any runes, bring them back to me, and then I'll sell it back to you at a profit. Okay. Sure. Never gonna remember all the voices. What? Did I? Come on. Come on. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So, yeah, okay. Nice. Greetings, boy. Wanna know a cool fact? I'm crazy. This lever here. With a simple pull, I can prevent the castle from changing. This way you can go through exactly what your ancestors went through. Impressed? You should be. How did I build this fantastic contraption? With science, of course. And magic. Mostly magic. But my skills aren't free. If you lock this castle, I will take 40% of all the gold you earn. You want to lock the castle and get only 60% gold? No. I don't know where I wanted to go with that. Is that an attempt at German? Is that an attempt at, like... no regionality to that. That was just, like, crazy scientist accent. Yeah. One must pay the toll. Yeah, sure. 30 gold. Sure. I'll make that back, no problem. Well, take 1 second, come on. I say that, I am going to die. Okay, 10. 20. Ow! 30, yes! I made it back. Nice, Charon. You asshole. I've already earned money. Ow! Too bad I'm gonna die before I earn anything I can actually spend. Oh man, am I bad at this game now. Oh! Am I just not used to the controller, or is really... are the runes really that necessary for this to work? If I just find one bag of gold... Man. Okay. We're gonna have to start playing better, gang. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to start playing better. Paladin is nice. Dementia and Savant. I don't remember what Savant did. I think it's something to do with magic. Gay. Yes, we always like a gay person. Hello, May. Gay May? Oh, yes. Kima, Savant, Clumsy. Clumsy is actually a buff in this game. I tend to think of it as a buff, but Knave, we just did Knave, and did not go super well. We'll go with the gay Mage May. Ugh. See if we can't find you a girlfriend in the confines of this castle. Probably not. This game doesn't have a dating mechanic, I don't think. Do the NPCs have any more lines, or is it just the first one? 60. Now we have to earn back 60 to have this be worth it. And also, I just need to check the controls. Let me just... What's the button for... I'll figure it out. Okay. Okay. Ow! Ow. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Nice. You've made your point. Which one? Come on. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's okay. Okay. I'll remember that. That's all my mana. But we have already made money. Yeah, so it looks like we are going to be earning money in increments of 10. Very sorry about that. It's gonna be a long one. Chun-Li. Really? Okay, sure. Chun-Li. That's Street Fighter, right? Sir Wallace. You tend to exaggerate. Sure, sure. Quantum Translocator. Sure, sure. Giantism. Knave. Boldness. Yeah. What is it with all the knaves? So many knaves. 70. Yeah. All of this is probably more than 70. 175. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get good, I think. I'm just gonna have to get good. Hello. 70 gold. Come on, take it. Literally nothing I can do with 70 gold. Oh man, are you lucky? Okay. Ouch. Yeah, we're gonna have to learn to dodge. Man, I used to be better at this game. I swear. I swear to God, I used to be okay at this game. Oh, this is actually embarrassing. Oh. I'm a streamer, but I feel like I'm not trying to get by on my gaming prowess, so... come on! Come on! Am I that bad? Am I that bad? Oh man, I suck. Oh, I hope I suck in an entertaining way at least. Come on! Oh man, Barbarian. I think that's probably best. Conduct electricity. Yeah, sure. Paladin. Barbarian. Flexible. Yeah. I don't want nearsighted. I want Sir Mark. 120. That's an improvement. I don't think I can afford anything, though. Yeah, barely. Oh, God, jeez. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, you're killing me here. Come on. 120? Oh, at least it's going up. At least it's going up. Oh. I've been going for 20 minutes and I have not made any actual money besides, like, first run. Oh man, I need a dash. Man, I need a dash and possibly a double jump or something. Ugh. Okay. 100. 110. 30. Yes, we're already up. Do you think the game knows how much you suck? Do you think it adjusts? Now I can afford one rune. Nice. What? No, not a rune, but maybe a helmet? Or I can afford something. I remember something being this price. Now I can afford a rune. Dash rune. I think dash is gonna be my best shot. Am I being loud? Am I being quiet? I hope neither. I hope neither. Oh man. I thought I was good at this game. Or, like, No, I didn't, but I thought I was okay. And I was planning on playing Enter the Gungeon as well, and now I am losing confidence rapidly because that's a game I don't think I'm good at. And if this is like any indication of like how okay I am at games, that's not gonna work out, man. That's not gonna work out. Ugh. Is it entertaining to watch people be just real shit at games? Maybe this just isn't the sort of game I should stream. Should I focus on puzzle games? I'm okay at puzzle games sometimes, I think. Is that my genre? Puzzle game? I feel like maybe? Honestly, don't know. I don't know if I have a genre. Not anymore. I used to play a lot of Team Fortress 2. Oh man, 490. I used to play a lot of TF2, and I don't know if I was good. Voice. You're an elf. You're like a scoundrel. You're... Greetings, adventurer. I am here to give you the chance of a lifetime. The measly sum of 25% of your current gold. I'll give you the chance to open one of 3 chests. One chest will triple what you paid, but the other 2 are empty. Care to give it a shot? I mean, I feel like we have to, right? 25% chance of tripling. 25% of 500. That is... Oh, come on. And it's 25 times 5. It's 125. 125 times 3 is 375. That's... Chance of 1/3 to gain 75%. Yeah, we're doing it. What's in the box? Nothing! You're stupid. So stupid. Yeah, I know. Well done. You scammed me. It's fine. I should actually work out the odds of that one. Figure out if it's worth it. Oh. Oh my fucking god, it's so good. Honestly, just interested in the music. Oh, it's so good. That's so good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Lady Faye the Paladin. Gay again. Yes. Oh, yes. Let's do a rune. Come on. Give me a sprint. I actually just have to have the sprint. I'm sorry. I have to. Attack up. Magic damage. Obviously attack up. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so we have more attack, and we have sprint, which hopefully is gonna make a difference if I remember to use it. It's like basic movement in this game is so important. Movement in this game is so important. I remember that. And I mean, if I hadn't remembered that, I would at least understand it by this point, seeing as I have died so many times. Do you know, I recently, I watched, well, I didn't watch the entire stream, but I watched a clip of Corona and Okayu playing Cuphead. And I've been thinking I want to try that game on stream. Again, I am rapidly losing confidence that I can do anything even remotely difficult on stream. I feel like Minecraft might be my best shot, but man, I enjoyed Cuphead. I enjoyed Cuphead. I want to play that again. I want to have an excuse to play that again. And the jazz, I just want to listen to the soundtrack. Of course, you know me at this point, right? I just want to listen to the soundtrack. If it's got music, then I'm interested. Speaking of music, I've been practicing both my singing and my dancing today, and let me tell you, that stuff's intense. Man, I mean, I'd already been having a long day, and then I had a huge dinner, and then I went into singing and dancing practice, and oh boy, I almost puked. That was a bad call. Oh man, but I love dancing. I'm not confident in my singing, but dancing's just fun. Dancing is just fun. I'm not good at it, but honestly, I don't care. It's so fun. Pressed the wrong button. This is boding very well for my future endeavors on, like, any platformer. Hollow Knight. Oh, do I want to play Hollow Knight? Oh, yes, I do. Man, Silk Song. Silk Song's coming out. Yeah, that was quick. No false hope there. Man! Oh. Yeah, Silk Song. Man, I am starting to wonder how I even made it through. Hollow Knight the first time. Have I just lost my gaming skill? Did someone steal it? Did someone steal my gaming skills? How do you bring up the map? There we go. Again, never played this on a controller before. Honestly, still getting used to my controller. It's like I've had it for a while, even before I started streaming and stuff, but not for that long. I'm still way more used to a keyboard and mouse. Oh. Oh. I don't know, keyboard and mouse is like good for some things, not good for others, and I've always been a keyboard and mouse type person, and I always kind of felt like I was, I don't know, missing out, or I always had this idea in my head that controllers were just inherently better because they were made for gaming, and keyboard and mouse are just kind of, I mean, they're made for office work as much as they are for gaming, if not more for office work than gaming, right? They are multi-purpose things. Controllers are, like, built for gaming. They're ergonomic and the way a gaming thing needs to be, and, like, I don't know, just kind of different design philosophies, I guess. So I've always had that feeling that controllers were just better, but having actually used one for a bit now, I don't know. I mean, I love it. It's really good to be able to play a game and, like, lean back in my chair. That's fantastic. And for, like, a game like HoloCure, controllers are best. No doubt. Literally no room for doubt. HoloCure is just better with a controller. But I don't know. I've heard that shooters are sometimes better with mouse and keyboard, or maybe it depends on the shooter.
don't know. I don't know. I'm still figuring this out. I'm not the biggest gamer in the world. Never have been. Which is fine. Which is fine. Everyone doesn't have to be. And I guess I spent my time reasonably okay learning to play the piano and such, but I don't know. This might be Curse of Rings. It might be... Yeah, the Hedgehog's Curse, I think it's called. It might be the Extra Life Hyperion's Blessing or something. It might be Apollo's Boots, or what, Hermes Boots, or Apollo's Boots. Hermes Boots, whatever they're called. For immunity to spikes and traps and such, I think is one. I don't think it's worth it right now. I'm just gonna go into the boss room and die anyways, and I don't want to lose any money doing that, so I don't think that's worth it.
Kidder.
Ow. 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 That was not what I meant to do. Yeah. As I said. Purchasing equipment is cheaper and more flexible than raising your base stats. You know, I know that on an intellectual level. I've always known that, but I've always been the kind of just fool, absolute buffoon who uses stats over anything else. I don't know. In my mind, equipment is temporary and stats are eternal. And if it's forever, that's more important. But I that's a bad habit, you know? I'm also the kind of hoarder who does not use resources. You can see I'm very stingy with my magic, when I really shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. It's better to use it than to die. It's better to use it than to die. But since it's a limited resource, and by limited I mean like you regain it, but it's like a pool of something, it just feels so bad to do. I don't know. I think we're going Nola, by the way. Weaklings. Yeah, no knockback. That's fine. I am a barbarian right now. I am a barbarian, right? It makes sense to upgrade a barbarian.
Convert your barbarians into barbarian kings. Learn the secret shouts of the bears.
Bears?
Bears, and shout at things until they explode.
Obvious Skyrim reference, but yeah, fine. It's fine. I've never played Skyrim. That's a weird fact about me. I feel Skyrim is on anything. And I mean... I mean that in a derogatory way, right? It shouldn't be, but it is. Nighthelm. I mean... Is it worth getting the blood sword? I feel like it's such a situational thing, right? Ah, we're doing it. It's fun. Nighthelm? Yeah. No. Yeah. Magic 5? Sure, it's something. It's something. So now I have some stuff. Behold my stuff. Yeah, no. I just quoted a Marvel movie. Wahoo. Well, I mean, if you enjoy Marvel movies, that's fine, I guess. I've enjoyed some stuff from Marvel, but like, I don't know, the Thor movies are definitely the best stuff in Marvel. By far. In my opinion. If you want a really good superhero movie though, enter the Spider-Verse.
Oh man, that movie's so good. Oh man.
Oh, Spider-Verse 2 is coming out and I am just... Oh. I mean, it's just... the father-son thing between Peter and Miles is just... so... Oh, and there's this one post saying that Miles didn't necessarily need a father figure, but Peter definitely needed a son figure. Oh, that was beautifully put. Sums up their relationship so well, honestly, and the character development, like, Miles definitely had a lot of stuff to learn in that movie, right? He had a character arc and he had stuff, but so did Peter. And it's so interesting. I don't know, and the movie is framed in such a way that it's like not just another Peter Parker gets bitten by a radioactive spider and becomes Spider-Man. Ah, I have dementia, don't I? Yeah. You see things that aren't there. That's not what dementia is. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about what dementia is? That's not what dementia is. I don't think that's what dementia is. Ah, and you're not even an enemy type I should expect to find in this place, are you? Makes sense. But yeah, it's like such a non-standard... well, non-standard... Doesn't it suck that we have a standard format for a Spider-Man movie? That's kind of weird, I think. Ugh, man. Don't get me wrong, I love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, but Spider-Verse was such a welcome break. Well, break isn't the word, but like, your breath of fresh air, right? Sir Wallace. Yeah, dwarfism and gay. Fan of the man. Yeah. Yeah. Relatable. Ooh. You want a chest plate? No, we don't. Because I don't have the capacity! But yeah, such a breath of fresh air. I didn't even use my barbarian thing once. You see what I mean? I'm really bad with that stuff. That's why I do general passive stat upgrades. Oh man. Magic damage up? No. Mage? Yeah, sure. Transform your measly mages into archmages, masters of all the arcane arts, and change whatever spells you have on the fly. Yeah, sure. Nice, nice. Miners are fun. If you want to grind a little bit. I like miners. I should... that's... I like the character class called Miner. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound good. However I say it. Oh, fuck. Shit, piss. Yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah, no. We're trying this sword out. Taking it out for a spin. I don't think the vampirism did much for me. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Spider-Verse. Super excited for the second one. And I mean, it's a bit basic, I know, but oh my god. Gwen Stacy, and that, oh, my beloved. punk rock queen. I love her so much. I want to be her. I want to be like her when I grow up. Even though she's younger than me, I think. I don't know. How old is she? She's in high school, right? So, yeah. You know, Shinobi wouldn't actually be a bad purchase. The higher damage would be good for me. I don't think there are mimics on the first level. But yeah, Gwen Stacy just... Oh, I love her. I really want to do a cosplay of her. I mean, I've been in love with, like, Spider-Gwen, well, Ghost Spider, I guess, since, you know, before she even had comics. When the first fan arts started popping up, her spider suit with a hoodie. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I don't know. I just think she's cool. I just think she's really cool. And I would have liked to be like her when I was that age. And I would still like to be like that right now. Oh man, I would like to be that cool. Cool isn't really my image though. Never has been. It's not my specialty, I'm a nerd. Oh, I'm a nerd. Which isn't to say that you can't be like punk rock and fun and cool and a nerd, but like with the kind of socially inept nerd I am, it feels slightly unachievable, I guess. Oh yeah, but when she first swings in, and the guitar, oh man, the guitar, just, you hear the electric guitar, just, oh, that's so good, that's so good, that is, oh man, oh man. You know, I've briefly talked about this, I think, but I've been watching a couple movies this October. You know, spooky month. I've been trying to watch a couple Halloween type spooky movies. And Sir Taco. I'm trying to decide if that's a reference or not. Probably not, right? It's probably just the food. Shanoa. Your paladins are kind of boring, but they're just good. Yeah, I've been watching... Come on, let's look at it at least. 9 armor, yeah, this is just better. I don't have the weight capacity for it though. Oh, that's interesting. 350? Yeah, I could do that. 9 armor? Yeah, sure. 140? Yeah, nothing. And I don't know, I've been watching like some of the classic 80s slashers, which isn't really a genre that's like, I don't dislike it. It's fine. It's not fully my thing, I feel. It's, you know, it's one of those genres that I'll watch. Yeah, sure. I'll watch a slasher. I'll watch a slasher with you if you want. But to me, it kind of feels like, oh man, like metal, right? Metal music. Not fully my thing. I've been trying to get into that as well, but it's like, I'll listen with you if you want to listen to some metal. But it's not really... I have to try a little bit. I have to kind of get into the headspace of like, I am going to enjoy this to really appreciate it properly. I watched, Nightmare on Elm Street. What did I think of that? Do I have thoughts about that movie? It's kind of hard. I was kind of blasted out of my mind when I watched that one. I was like really drunk. Which I don't think is inappropriate, but it's just, you know, it works fine for the movie. It was an interesting experience. It's my first time drinking gin, which, you know, isn't really a thing you generally drink by itself, but I wanted to try it, and I'm a bit of a masochist, I guess. So I just bought myself a bottle of gin and watched Nightmare on Elm Street. That was a weird night, let me tell you. Something went weird with my head that night. 3-9, yeah, sure. Greetings, adventurer. I am here to give you the chance of a lifetime. For the measly sum of 25% of your current goal, I will give you the chance to open one of 3 chests. One chest will triple what you paid, but the other 2 are empty. Care to give it a shot? Nothing. Ah, you stupid, so stupid. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Nightmare on Elm Street is... It was, like, strangely both exactly what I expected it to be and also not. If that makes sense. It was... I mean, it obviously dealt with, like, themes of, like, generational trauma and the ripples of the past haunting you, even though the things that caused them are dead now and gone, and, like, you know, re-emerging patterns, lasting trauma, that kind of stuff. Fairly obvious, I feel, even as a drunk, slightly weirdly in a different headspace kind of frame of mind. I did pick up on that a little bit, but I don't know. Did I enjoy it? I think the soundtrack was fun. Haha, haha. Cora liked the soundtrack of a movie. Wow, who'd have thought? But I did. I also really liked the kind of recurring motif of Boiler Room. Is that a symbol for something? Do you think? What is the Boiler Room? Is that where he... Well, that's where he died, right? But is it symbolic of anything more? Or is it more like... That's interesting, because ghosts are often tied to their place of death, right? In lore. Which makes sense for, like, a haunting. Oh, I've never noticed the art for the clouds. Or the background, that's... Oh! How have I never seen that before? That's cool. Huh. So a lot of ghost stories are, like, about being tethered to the past and to being unwilling to let go of, well, your life, quote-unquote, even though it's kind of over. And so it makes sense to tether a ghost to a location. The ghost of... Yeah, but he's not tethered there. It's just kind of his place. It's just where the nightmare goes. Why is he... Yeah. Why would he want to go back there? Why would Freddy want to go... Like, is that his choice, or is that just a thing that happens for no reason? Also, very worth noting that OCD is a buff in this game. As a person with obsessive-compulsive tendencies, I can... that's not accurate. OCD is not a buff. It's not. It's not. It's not a buff. Why would you want to return to the place of your death? Did he enjoy dying? I don't think so. But then again, in death, he's been able to ruin a lot more people's lives than he ever did in life, right? He's been granted power beyond his mortal capabilities, and that's fascinating. Do you gain power as you die? Like the ripples of actions you did in life kind of outgrow you in a way? Kind of become bigger than the thing you did, and like that's how myths and legends are born, and you are kind of It's fascinating, right? That's fascinating, because that's also very much a ghost theme. Because this man, he died. And then he kind of came back. Gaining power, but also limitations. Like a story being told, traumatizing people all over again, killing more people, taking more lives, but in this limited way, where he only has influence over their dreams. And a dream is a weird thing because it's hard to control it, but ouch. But it is in your mind. Is it like suicide after abuse? Oh man, that's heavy. I don't think it is though. It doesn't feel correct to me. That doesn't feel... I mean, it's a valid interpretation, I guess, but it doesn't... It feels off as an interpretation. Much to consider. I have double jump now. Minor. Nice. Trained more in the art of making money than killing enemies. Miners are best used for scouring the castle for treasure chests and avoiding confrontation. Yeah. Yeah, nice. So... I'm just thinking about it, right? Because dreams are such a common theme in stories, right? And for good reason. They're very easy to write with because, like, they're a real-life example of something so ubiquitous, common, understood, and also just bizarre and different and weird and unexplained. There's a source of so many anxieties, so many good things. They're fickle and yeah, they're just hard and rife with like storytelling potentials. So full of it. So like, I get it. Having the power over dreams, that's a very big power, but it's also ultimately what's gonna lead to your downfall, because you can't control something like that. What's the voice I used for this again? Although I am the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I've always known he planned to leave me with nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we once again will be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousins. The other dukes shall bow as we pass, but I am getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear. Conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I don't know. If we're talking about dream symbology, I really like the way Dimension 20 handled it in Unsleeping City. Dreams being the source of all magic. Spoilers for the Unsleeping City, I guess, but you know. Spoilers. Dreams are kind of the thing there. Minor, savant, and ambidextrous. Ambilevious. Ambilevious. That's a... Oh, fuck you for calling it that. Ambilevious? Are you kidding me? 2 left hands? Man. As if left-handed people are an aberration and not just a thing that exists. Ambilevious. Come on. Come on. And the fact that left is associated with so many bad things in so many languages, I don't know, man. I don't know. Feels a little bit... I don't know. Great knave. I get a lot of knaves, so I see why this might be... Oh. I just noticed the price. Nice. I don't know. In Dimension 20... Ah, okay. Give me a second. Train your knaves to become full-fledged assassins. Use the power of the shadow to slip discreetly past enemy ranks. Yeah. In Dimension 20... Am I confused? Oh yeah, fine. In Dimension 20, they are, like, the source of magic, as if... I mean, it's a very interesting way to tie the metaphysical and the, like, occult into a phenomenon, and it's a very natural way to do it, right? The dreaming world and the waking world, they obviously have crossover in the real world. Said the word world a lot of times there. There's obviously, like... I mean, hypnagogic states have obviously been, like, the territory of a lot of occult exploration and writing for a while now. It's the time when you see your sleep paralysis demons, for example. Not everyone gets that. Have you ever had sleep paralysis? I have. A couple times. It gets weird. It gets kind of weird. I've never had a really bad one, though. I guess I'm lucky in that way, but... I don't know. I've had a couple of weird ones. And I get it, right? They seem mystical. They seem magical. They seem significant somehow. I find that I have those kinds of experiences more often on caffeine. And I am very grateful for those kinds of experiences because, I don't know, it feels like experiencing something that... It's not necessarily that I believe in any of the things I see during that time, because I have a very materialistic approach to a lot of these things, which kind of... Like, the way I rationalize it is just my brain is making stuff up again. I'm used enough to that to kind of be able to do that. I'm lucky, I guess, that I don't have, like, delusions and stuff, but... Yeah. Shinobi.
a shinobi, a super fast, super deadly warrior who wears a super headband. They can't take a lot of hits, but they can dish out the pain. Believe it.
Sure, crit chance up. Can I buy? Ah, I'm farsighted, huh? That's fine. That's fine, I guess. Do I have any runes? So because of my materialistic kind of tendencies, I guess it makes sense for me to not believe in a lot of those things. Mostly. Well, I say mostly. It's complicated. I think it's not so much about like belief or non-belief, it's a secret third thing. One of my favorite phrases. Absolutely true. False dichotomy. Absolutely. It's not about one or the other, it's about something else. I don't know. What I'm saying, I guess, is that I get it. I get why dreams are like such a good source for occult experiences. I see that. I 100% see that. And to use them as like... How should I put this? They're given some sort of prominence by their... or some sort of import based on their widespread acceptance, right? Which is very interesting. Because in that world, obviously, you have like the dreaming nod, which is like just pure dream. Pure dream, just fickle and changeable and weird. But you also have like these realms. You have fairy, you have pearly gates, you have hell, right? And all of these have kind of solidified a little bit. Because of dream. Because of like a shared dream between a lot of people kind of takes a different kind of shape, which I think makes sense. I can see the logic behind that, right? A lot of people have a lot of interpretations, and there's obviously never going to be just one answer. The material world is always going to be the least ambiguous of all of them, but yeah, every single kind of dream world is always going to be somewhat fuzzy around the edges, but at the same time, a lot of people sharing thoughts, you're going to get a lot of similar interpretations over time. And they're going to diverge at very key points, but they're also going to be similar at a lot of points. Ouch. Didn't see the bookshelf. Thought I'd land on the platform. Well, well. Huh. So if dreams are the source of magic, or are the dreams magic, it's kind of hard to tell, right? Cosmology is definitely like a thing Brandon does really well, but I'm not fully sure what the situation there is. I don't think any of the characters properly dive into it. Which, you know, they're improv comedians. They're telling a story. You don't have to have, like, a character ask, like, what is the cosmology of this world? I'm just glad Brendan got to put some of it in. But I guess you could interpret it as dreams being the source, or as being the thing itself. I think they're the thing itself. I think Nod is people dreaming. And if so, then... Well, there's also the magic of the waking world, right? Which is still, like, kind of a similar concept, because you have people sharing ideals, people living their lives, but the kind of concrete realities that entails. It's kind of a social magic in a way. Dream magic is very... every person by themselves, because you can't really share your dreams in the same way you can share a coffee. I honestly feel like that's where the two merge, because a dream is a very powerful individual thing. One person's vision. Intentional or not, it's like them. They're fickle, they're weird, they are whimsical. Whereas the waking world is kind of an agreed upon reality. So by its very nature, it's kind of social. Which fits Lou Wilson so well, because he is all about that, like, kind of social play. You saw that with Jammer as well in Magic and Misfits, right? His entire thing was like social magic, right? That's very much a theme Lou Wilson likes to play on. And I really appreciate it, because it's such a good theme. I feel like... I'm gonna make a weird comment here, maybe, possibly. I feel like that's very Leo. Right? Because I feel like Leo... I think a lot of, like, as in astrology, right? I feel like a lot of people think of Leo as, like, the self-obsessed, like, only in it for themselves arrogant sign, which, you know, I see why that's, like, a stereotype. I do. I do. And those are definitely traits Leos have, but I feel like a lot of people tend to forget, like, the positive traits of Leo. They're like campfires, right? They're supposed to be warm and caring and community-oriented. You gotta remember they are on the same axis as Aquarius is, which means that they have kind of a shared theme, which is like individuality and local, like, relationships, like personal relationships versus bigger ideals. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of the axis that both the Voxes operate on in the Unsleeping City. I've been thinking about this a little bit, because to me, Pete feels very Aquarius. And not necessarily that he is an Aquarius. I think you could argue a lot of things for him. But Kingston feels like the quintessential Leo to me. And he could say, no, he's a Libra because he's speaking for the people or whatever. I don't... No. No, he's a Leo in my mind. In my mind, he is such a Leo. And I don't mean that in, like, that's his sign. I mean, that's the energy he embodies. That's kind of the color of his soul, I feel. It's the color of his magic, certainly. I find that fascinating. I find that a very fascinating line of inquiry. So, because you can analyze this entire thing astrologically. You say it's the conflict between Leo's local here and now, we are the people. This is the reality we're dealing with. These are my friends that I care about. Versus the Aquarius, the world is important, everything is important, which isn't really Pete's thing, because he's such an individual, right? So it's weirdly like Aquarius, but opposite. Aquarius is all about ideals. Big picture, big, like... I love expanding on this skill tree, but I feel like I need more help. I feel like that would serve me better than most things. Yeah. Bit boring, but I honestly think it's probably the right call. I don't see why I want that. I mean, I'm gonna lose all that money anyways, so I'm gonna do it, but I don't see why. So the conflict between Leo and Aquarius. Pete is fighting for the dreams. But he's unhinged, he is unrefined, he doesn't know where to start, and he's only really... like, he doesn't realize the consequences of what he's doing at first. That's his arc, though. I feel like we shouldn't judge him too harshly based on his arc, because, you know, who the fuck wouldn't deal badly with, like, a position like that, right? It's realistic, although... no, honestly, yeah, I could see that happening in real life. I could see that happening if, like, magic was real and someone was... yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Pete did the best he could, I think. Well... no, but I understand why he did the way he did. I understand why he did the way things he did and why everything was the way it was. It makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. But let's look at Pete Season 2 then, right? Because Pete in Season 1, he learns his lesson. He figures out what he wants to be, he figures out what he wants to do, he learns that his actions have consequences, and he learns just how important he is. And the impact he has on the world. That might... yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, because in Season 2 he's very responsible. He spreads whimsy and joy, and he's just real fucking good at his job. Yeah, Season 2 Pete seems more Aquarian than Season 1 Pete. And I think the main difference is that Season 1 Pete doesn't think he has agency over the world. Yeah, that's honestly it. Season 1 Pete hasn't realized. It's not that he doesn't have ideals, it's more that he just doesn't realize he even matters, I think. Because if you see it in that way, that makes sense. It's an Aquarius that is just broken. What does an ideal matter if you can't affect any sort of change? You can't be a rebel if you don't matter, right? Well, you can. That's actually kind of the core of punk. But he's not a punk. He's not that kind of Aquarius. He's helpful. He's good. But he's not that kind of... Kingston, what's his arc? Because Kingston, he realizes what he is. He knows what he is. He knows what he wants. Well, no. Kind of. Okay, storybook. What was the voice again? I have paid my dues and entered the castle proper. The devil Charon has taken all that I owe as payment. He has even pilfered my private coffers. I have left my wife and children with nothing. He says it's the price for any and all who hazard the depths of the castle. He says it's fair. It is fair because of all who have entered, none have returned. But I will change that. I will be victorious. There's no greater swordsman than I, even amongst my siblings. So, Kingston is kind of a fully realized box. But he has some past issues that he hasn't dealt with. The whole thing with Les, specifically. That's a huge thing for him, right? Because he's good at his job, but he's kind of disconnected from the one person he really... Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Actually, he's this character whose whole thing is like connection with people and community. And here's this character who's so important to him. So important, so massively central to his life. That he just... That just got messed up big time. This broken... just... wound. And that's interesting because that, like, his central conflict. That's like him at conflict with himself, but also the world, but he is so integrally part of the world. He's tied to everyone. Man. Man, that's good. That's actually really good. Huh. And Pete, this guy who is just trying to make it for himself, realizing that he can affect change and he can make stuff better. And then starts doing that as Kingston, who's making everyone else's lives better, but just ended up messing up the one person who got close to him. Man, that's gotta hurt. And then they found each other. And they fixed each other. And obviously there are more characters, more player characters, more very important characters in this than just Kingston and Pete. But I feel like they have like a weird spotlight on them. Makes sense, right? They're boxes. And that one, you know, that one die roll at the end of Season 2. The D100. Oh! And Pete coming in with a tide of chaos or whatever. That's poetry. That's why I love that game. That's why I love TTRPGs and die rolling and just... Oh. I don't know, man. I don't know. That is just so endlessly satisfying. There's something about that that just makes me want to scream. Like, of course, that is it, and it works so well thematically because they have come together, their magic working as one to make the city finally here, Kingston, everyone, everything works. Oh, in this final battle against, well, all that Null represents, all that Gladiator represents, and then so fucking good. So fucking good. Both thematically and And storytelling. Yeah, just so good. Oh, man, that is art. That is art. That is art. That's an interesting thing though, because I don't see the magic of the waking world explored that much. I guess it's because nighttime has this mystique and dreams have this innate mysticism to them, and that we don't really know how they work, and that they're unbounded by the kind of logic we're used to. But daytime magic is just interesting. Daytime magic, concrete, like concrete material magic, social magic, we are all connected, tethered together. And that's what magic is. There's something to it. There's something to it that I really enjoy a lot. Ow. Ow. Man. I saw this post on Tumblr. I think it's one of Caretaker's posts. I think it was like an anonymous message in their inbox that they answered, but the kind of maybe daytime magic is different from nighttime magic because the sun provides raw materials and the moon kind of transforms it, repurposes it, reworks it, and like nighttime energy is more like refined, as if daytime provides you with raw materials and nighttime provides you with things you can actually use. We're trying again. We're trying again. Still gonna die though. I'm not expecting to make it. Yes, sunlight being raw materials for magic. That's not the button I wanted to press. Raw materials for magic. And so the implication here, then, if we follow this train of thought, this kind of logic, would be that it's more customizable, maybe? That it takes more work to process, but that you can get a more exact result? That's fascinating to me. That is fascinating to me. Or maybe that's not what it means. What else could it mean? Lich. Liches are very... Oh, man. Liches. Yeah. I'm just thinking right now. What are my thoughts on that? What are my actual thoughts on that? Is it like the difference between wildflowers and a field of, like, crops. Is that the difference? Because you can't just use moon magic to do... Well, no, you can, because a lot of people just put stuff out under the new moonlight, and yeah, that's the thing, because different kinds of moon has phases, and that has, like, occult implications. The new moon is different from a waning moon, waxing and waning, and full moon. Yeah, those are all different, because the moon transforms, but it transforms in a number of different ways, depending. Because the moon has several modes. It's about feeling, it's about intuition, it's about the internal sense of knowing without having learned. Whereas sunlight is about, like, having things revealed to you properly. Like seeing clearly, its warmth, its life, its giving. Phenomenal. Nice. Was that worth it? Yeah, probably in the long run, honestly. But if the processed version of having things revealed to you, having life, having warmth, is intuition and internality, but also phases, kind of temporality is added into the equation with the moon. Or at least, like, sequentiality. Like, the moon has phases, and that kind of implies the passage of time in a linear fashion, or at least discrete differences between past and future, whereas the sun doesn't really imply that. And as such, the moon is adding those. That's the way the moon is processing. That's the moon processing. What does temporality help us if we're trying to do something? For example, if I'm trying to bless something for luck and I leave it out under the moon, does that make sense for me to do? Intuition, secrets, revelation. But also temporality, as I've come to understand it. No. Would that make sense for luck? No. Honestly, I don't see that. What it would make sense for would be like storytelling, right? If you infuse your D20 with moonlight, which kind of moonlight would be best? Would it be waxing, waning, or full? So if moonlight is intuition, then I feel like infusing your die with intuition would be like giving it an innate sense of like storytelling, maybe? Like letting your dice... When you are playing that game, you are in large part kind of leaving the fate of the story in the hands of dice, right? Infusing those with intuition kind of makes sense for a sense of like coherent storytelling. Not necessarily better roles, but like more satisfying roles, narratively speaking. I could probably see a case for that. So, better storytelling you get with any kind of moon thing, because intuition is just part of all of it. What's the symbolism of a waxing moon? It's youth, it's beauty, it's potential, it's moving forwards. It's like dynamic. It's like very forwards oriented. So that would be best if you are early game because of the sequentiality. It would be best for like character creation, I guess. Good stats or interesting stats for a character with a lot of potential. That was a waste of mana. Good, interesting roles for the first few sessions to get you into interesting situations. It would be good as like a source of interesting... Yeah, we're doing it. Hermes' boots. I feel like waxing moon, a new moon, dice would be troublemakers. Because the entire point is to get things moving, right? Full moon, that's coming into your own. That's hitting your groove, being at your most potent. I feel like that would obviously lead to dice that roll well. If you just want good die rolls, I feel like full moon is your best shot, right? Maybe? That also has like werewolf things, and the full moon has a lot of things though. Winry. Oh, that's a good name. Yeah, so if you're a power gamer, I would say full moon, right? Waning moon, that's the wisdom of age. That's experience. That's knowing what's best. I feel like that would honestly also be very good for like setup. I feel like full moon would be best for just good rolls, but I feel like... So, okay. New moon would be best for like getting you into interesting situations. Full moon would be best for just handling stuff. Waning, like, would be best for... I have a thought, let me just crystallize it a little bit. Oh, there's an idea in there somewhere. I can feel it. Man. Oh, there's something in there. I can't find it. I can't quite shake it loose. Waiting. It's like rolls that are good but maybe seem bad. Like stuff that will help you avoid bad stuff. Like if... I can't take that, but I can take this. Crit chance. No, crit damage. That's okay. If a new moon die gets you into interesting situations, then a waning moon will prevent you from coming into bad ones. It's knowing when a roll needs to be good and when a roll needs to be bad. Are probably implications I'm not considering here. Yeah, 150. That's nothing. Bury with my money. No fucking chance. We might as well though. 150 isn't a lot. Lady Ferris. What would happen if you did sunlight? What would be a die infused with sunlight? I feel like a die infused with sunlight would be... Yeah. Raw and obvious. What does it mean for a die to be obvious? A die that can see the future? That feels incorrect, because the sun isn't about seeing the future, it's about seeing clearly. It's about seeing with your conscious senses. It's warm, it's life-giving, it's... What is a die infused with light? What is a die infused with light? What does that mean? Does it mean that'll keep you alive? I don't know. That feels specific. Protection, maybe? That feels like a... That feels like a sun thing. Yeah, protection. Protection makes sense. I can see protection, yeah. Like a moon is more for storytelling, whereas a sun is more for like... Yeah. So maybe the sun is better for just pure potency? Would it be, maybe? Balance is a very good one. Oh, it's a fine one. It's a good one to have. I can't afford it though. I can't afford anything. Shame. Sunlight, Give me a second. Let's just... Yeah. just do that. First chat. Yay. Yeah, bots exist. Of course bots exist. Well, now I know how to remove comments. That's nice. And now I know what it looks like when I get them, so... That's now, I don't have to wonder. That's interesting. Is the sunlight actually used for anything occult? Well, it has to be, right? But what? I can't think of anything, because you only ever hear about the fucking moon. And don't get me wrong, I love the moon. I love the moon. Oh, I love the moon, but... You know? It's just... What is sunlight? What is sunlight? To an occultist, if you ask a wizard to do something with sunlight, what would they do? Fertility? Ah, that feels moon-esque as well. That feels moonlighty. Possibly. Yeah. That's a hard question, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's an interesting thing about talking about these things, because you realize what you know and what you don't know. And apparently I don't know what the occult usages of sunlight are. Huh. I know roughly what it represents, but I have a hard time putting it into context, I guess. That's the thing, it's like learning a language and learning a word, but that's not really enough to understand where that word is supposed to go in a sentence. Like if you asked me to make a sentence with the word sun, how do you do that? How do you do that if you don't know what people generally talk about the sun? Like, what context does the sun come up? I can know what it means, but... yeah, it's hard. Ooh. Everything about this castle is off. I can't seem to keep track of my headings, and there's no sun or stars to guide me. I find myself backtracking constantly, and I must painstakingly map out my progress lest I go in circles. The maps I have pilfered off the corpses of the other adventurers are breathtakingly inaccurate. It is almost as if they were describing a different castle altogether. Perhaps this place does something to the mind. Or are the stones truly shifting beneath my feet? Yeah, weird, man. One hour and what, 46 minutes? Huh. This is probably not gonna happen. Ah! Pleasant surprise. Nice. It's always good to earn a little progress. You know, the worst thing in the world on in these games is just a wasted run, right? A run that leads to nothing, that just goes nowhere. now I have, at the very least, gotten a blueprint and a rune. That's measurable progress. That's something we can agree that I did. Man, I just keep thinking about Cuphead. Cuphead. I just want to play Cuphead now. Not right now, but like... I never finished that game. I never did. I'm really bad at finishing things. Not just games, but like... I'll start a show, I'll start watching a show, and I'll get to the last episode, and I'll just never watch it again. I watched Review Starlight, and it's so fucking good, man. It's such a good show. But I got to the second to last episode, got through it, so excited for the last one, and then I just didn't move on. I just never saw the last episode. I should do that. I know I would love it, but I just... Something about that just... It's so hard. It's so hard. I don't know, flight balance. Yeah, it's something. It's something at least. Vampirism is such a hard one. Maybe it's worth it, but also, what if it's not? Magic 6? I don't use magic that much. I feel like I should just get the balance rune just to have it. So I have something in that slot. Yeah, I have 4 entries. Is this my first time playing a shinobi? I mean, in this stream? Maybe. Yeah, I have a hard time finishing things. If I can't do it in one binge, then it's really unlikely that it'll ever happen. There are exceptions. I didn't used to be like that. Or rather, I used to be able to binge in a way that I'm just not as able to do now. As of, like, I still get obsessed with things, but it's like... I don't know. It's like my brain has underwent this huge, like, change, and I am just a different person now than I used to be. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like... Nah. It's like I felt my mental landscape shift over the last few years, and it's legitimately really hard to really... I don't know. And I mean, I enjoy the way my mind works now, but man, sometimes I miss the kind of cold, precise precision my mind used to have. I find it hard to hold on to thoughts as well now as I used to. Used to be I could have a thought and it would be crystal clear and I could hold my attention on that thought for a while. And I could recall things, like my memory felt different. It felt like sharper and colder. I don't know how to explain it. Now it feels fuzzy. In a good way. It's fuzzy in the way where, like, whenever I try pulling one thing, I get like 15 different other things. And it's like a very different kind of powerful. It's powerful in the way where I end up getting a lot of things that I wasn't necessarily looking for, but sometimes I get an association that is just really powerful, right? But a lot of the time I don't end up getting what I wanted at all. Is it worth it? Is that worth it? I don't know, maybe? It's different. It's hard to say if it's worth it, but that's the way I work now. That's the way I am now, so... There's very little like... Well, I could go back, but like, I do miss it sometimes, but... I don't know. There's something nice about the way my mind works now. It feels less like a mechanical clockwork thing, and more like a forest, like an ecosystem. I like to think of my mind like my thoughts are species that live there, and every time I find a new thought, I have to decide, am I gonna let this into my ecosystem, or am I gonna do something else? And, you know, sometimes that's the right call, sometimes it's better to not let it in. So there are invasive species, right? And that's obviously like the matter of perspective, because those have always existed and nature will always find some sort of equilibrium. Like there's no mythical state of nature that is pure and untainted and correct and static, right? That's not a thing. There are just equilibriums and breaking points. And whenever you're in a breaking point, a lot of species end up dying, usually. Or at least, like, large swaths of them. Which is a shame, to be sure. Absolutely, preservation is important, but it's not like a uniquely unnatural thing. It's not like this doesn't happen by itself all the time. It has happened numerous times. It will keep happening. It will keep happening. It will just keep being a thing that happens, and I don't know. It's this... I feel like people are so... How do I put this? Alienated from nature that they don't really understand nature, and they have this kind of twisted version of it in their heads, where it's this pure thing that works in this, like, it's kind of in a similar way to how people are generally very alienated from the process by which their food gets made, right? You may eat pork, but have you ever seen a pig get slaughtered? Probably not. Have you even interacted with a pig? Most people haven't. Especially not like city slickers. Right? And you can't blame people for not having seen that stuff, right? But at the same time, you do lose a little bit of perspective on what the actual reality of the world is when you do that. And again, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. That's not on you. But I do feel like that means you should try to take, like, a little bit of an interest in these things. Nature is not that sterile. Nature is not that idyllic or perfect. And that's not to say that you can't, like, have ethics about nature. That's not to say that you can't apply human concepts of morality to it. You can, if you want, sure. As long as you understand that, like, hunting and murder and death happens a lot by itself. That's not a human thing. That's not a human thing at all. Ants go to war. Plants fucking murder each other all the time. And I'm not saying that's moral. I'm not saying that's immoral either. It's just, like, the reality of the world, right? And whenever you eat something, you have to eat something that used to be alive. And you could justify that, like, plants don't feel pain, but do they not? You know? Can you actually prove that? And I'm not saying that vegetarians don't have some points. Like, I used to be vegan for a while. I get it. I absolutely understand the kind of appeal, and I'm never gonna judge someone for that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna judge you for eating meat either. I'm not saying that I'm correct. I'm not saying that anyone else is correct. I don't feel like I don't feel like I could possibly have like an objective answer to that, but I feel like I'm probably less alienated to the realities of food than some people are. And that's not to say that I have like vast insight, but I remember a period of time before I went vegan for that bit. I'd been thinking about it for a while, and I had this opportunity presented to me where like I'd learned to make a lot of like traditional food. You know, for where I'm from, that kind of means a lot of cured meats and a lot of sausage and like that kind of thing. Oh yeah, we have PAD. That's nice. Yeah, PAD? What does PAD stand for? I don't know. Ouch. But during the course of this traditional food course, kind of last thing we were expected to do was, well, it's basically like just cooking a whole sheep's head, and you eat that, and you eat it like straight off the skull. And you know, for a lot of people that sounds disgusting because you have like the sheep looking at you while you're eating it. But I thought to myself that, hey, right now I am eating meat and I am considering going vegan, but right now I am eating meat. If I want to justify that to myself, then I should be able to do this, right? This is functionally the same as every other piece of meat I've ever eaten. It just is, right? It's the same. It doesn't feel the same. It feels way more visceral. It feels way more... Ouch. It just feels more real when you can see the eyes staring back at you, you know? And my rationale was that if I can't do this, if I can't make myself do this, then I have no business eating meat. And I'm not saying that's correct for everyone, right? But I was already kind of thinking about it, and like that just seemed reasonable to me at the time. And so I went in and I made this thing. I remember taking hot sticks in a fire, singeing off the hair. Sheep's heads are very hairy. Don't know if you know this. They have a lot of fuss. They have a lot of fuss. They have a lot of fuss. So I singed off the hair. I remember when the sheep's head was placed in my hands. I remember the weight of it. The surprising, like, weight. I don't know. It feels so... Like, it felt so visceral, right? Holding this thing in my head. Because I've seen a lot of sheep in my life, right? But I've never had one. I've never seen one get slaughtered. But now, here I was, with a sheep's head in my hand. And I just felt it in a different way than I ever had before. And I took the burning hot stick and I singed the hairs off. And I took it to one of those bandsaw thingies. And I cut the head in two. I scooped out the brains. And then we cooked them. I remember when I ate it. So I have this funky little ability to kind of turn off my disgust response. Like, if something's disgusting, and I know I'm gonna have to deal with it, I have this ability to kind of just repress the entire feeling of disgust. It's like bottling it up and putting it away. Don't need to feel that now, because I'm gonna have to do this anyway, so I might as well not hate it. Right? I don't know if that's healthy, but it works. It works, and I remember kind of doing that. And honestly, like, inside of a sheep's cheek tastes like, it has a texture you would not expect. It's like bristly, almost. Like, I don't know. It's like if you took sandpaper and you made all the bumps way larger and like, I don't know. It's a weird texture. It felt weird to eat. And then I ate the tongue. Apparently a delicacy, right? Sheep's tongue. I think cow tongue is more of a thing, but like, I feel like I've heard about sheep's tongue as well being really good. And it was fine. It was interesting. It was fine. Weird experience eating a tongue. A very strange experience eating it straight out of a mouth. But I did it. And then I ate the eyes. They tasted unremarkable. To be completely honest, they tasted unremarkable. Like, I didn't get much out of them. Masters of life and death, the Lich has mammoth potential. Every kill grants the Lich permanent health to a cap, making them truly dangerous beings. Nice. Like a Lich. I like a Lich. A good Lich is always good. I mean, they're bad, but they're good. Bad as in evil. Good as in potent. Yeah, what's the point of doing that? Yeah. Can I... 700? No. Yeah, okay. Guess I'm not doing that then. I don't know. I'm very glad, in retrospect, that I did that. Because, like, after doing that, I kind of decided, okay, I'm gonna try being vegan for a while. And then I did. And I had some conversations with some friends, and I read some things about, like, what veganism is and what it does, and, like, I thought a lot about what my reasoning was for doing it, and I kind of came to the conclusion that that this wasn't for me, right? Not that it's a wrong choice for everyone, necessarily, but, like, it wasn't the thing I should do. It wasn't what I should be doing, right? And that was a weird conversation. Like, I had a conversation with a friend that I just bumped into randomly. I haven't talked to in years. They just happened to be somewhere that I was. And, you know, it's just one of those conversations that sticks with me. Even today, I just think about that conversation every now and then. And I just feel like, wow. You know, that conversation was important. Out. So now I'm like back on meat and stuff, and it's interesting because my relationship with it has changed very significantly since. I mean, this is a while back, right? This is not a recent development necessarily, but I feel like it's good to try those kinds of things. Even if you don't end up sticking with it, it changes your perspective on things. My thoughts on meat are very different from what they used to be, and I am very grateful for all the wisdom I could kind of gather from that experience that helped. Oh, yes. That was very valuable experience. That was very valuable experience. I'm so glad I did it. But again, long term, not the correct choice for me. And yeah, that's fine, actually. That's fine. A thing doesn't need to be permanent to be important. Sometimes you just learn, and that's it. Hokage. Go from a measly shinobi all the way to a powerful Hokage. Master the art of looking like you're hit, but secretly turning into a log at the last minute. Good thing you carry a lot of logs on you. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing. Armor up. Strengthen your innards. What does that mean? Strengthen your innards. Sounds like a health food thing. It sounds like a diet. Sounds unhealthy. Strengthen your innards. I don't know. That's a train I'm very happy I never went on. Fad diets? Oh man, can you imagine? Those things wreck you. Oh man. Not that I ever need to lose weight. I am... Yeah. Personal information. Man. It's so easy when you're talking to just say something you don't want to say. You know? I don't want to reveal all my private information. Fad diets are a bad thing, though. I hope we can all agree on that. Huh. Is there a secret in that room, or is it just like a get out of there fast enough kind of room? I don't remember. I don't think I can even talk about diet culture without saying something I'm gonna regret saying. It is what it is, I guess. Moving on. you like the thumbnail, by the way? Had a lot of fun making that one. It was basic, right? But I don't know. Basic doesn't mean bad. It just means like I basically just redrew the. I hate that this is a thing, but I've been looking at other YouTuber thumbnails just to see what the conventions are, just to see if there are any good ideas. And I get why people make thumbnails the way they do. I do get it, right? You have to play the game if you want to grow an audience and stuff, because people click on the kinds of videos that have those thumbnails, but man, I don't like general thumbnail conventions on YouTube. I think it's it feels, I don't know. For me, it feels like a good chance to make art. And I guess there is an art to it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the way YouTube thumbnails work. I get why it is like it is, and I'm not gonna blame any creator for doing it, right? I'm not gonna judge you for doing that. You have to. If you want to grow an audience, you have to do the thumbnails, you have to do the clickbait titles. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I feel like that's not the path I want to go down. Because I just kind of sincerely enjoy making them. And I don't want to rob myself of that creative experience just to... I don't know. An audience isn't the point, I feel, for me. My priorities are different. Though I say that, I do feel that tinge of like, what if I had an audience and I mean, I guess that's just the way we're conditioned to think, right? What if I could monetize all my hobbies? What if I could make money with the thing I enjoy doing? Oh, why not? That's a dangerous train of thought. That's a dangerous path to go down. I don't know. I'm trying to be careful about it. I've been good. So far I've been really good about like... Yeah. Like, I have this rule with myself that I'm not gonna look at my analytics. That's just not a thing I'm gonna do. I know that's how you get into that trap, and I've been good so far. I've been good so far, but man, YouTube keeps pushing it. It's obvious they want me to produce content at the, like, explicit detriment of my mental health. I have not started doing that yet, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dangerous route to go down. Could probably give you some very... Could probably give you some very, very useful information, but... Is it worth it? At the cost of your sanity, I guess? I can't believe that it is. I can't. I can't believe that. I refuse. And even if it is true, I don't know. I know what it's like to have bad mental health, and I don't want to expose myself to, like, a thing that does that for me. Just, I don't know. would I even be able to use that information for anything? Or would it be, like, addictive? It feels like that information would be addictive without any substance. You know what I mean? What would I actually do if I knew that this video performed better than this video? Okay, would I make more of those then? You can't do that because that's also niching yourself too much, and that doesn't work in the long run. Surefire way to get burnout. You have to keep it varied, and you have to keep doing things you want to do. You don't only have to do things you want to do, but like, if you're never doing things you want to do, then you're just not gonna have a good time. That's what I've heard from every single, like, person I trust on this platform. Burnout is real, and I get it, right? I've gotten burned out on things before, but I don't know. Seems like a complicated thing to try and solve, I guess. So yeah, I've been avoiding analytics. Hopefully, I keep avoiding it. Hopefully, I'll never enter that. And if I do, I'll be able to not do it again. Do not want to make a habit out of it. That's dangerous. It's a very dangerous thing to do. And I know how I am with addictions. I can feel caffeine. I already know what caffeine's like. Social media is definitely like that too. And I guess I understand why it's even worse when it's a thing you made, right? You put time and effort into it. And now you want to see how well it's doing, and it feels so inviting and warm and just... Yeah. See how your newest video is doing. What can you do to improve yourself? Make yourself a better person. Endless fucking self-help. I don't know. No thank you. I don't know. But then again, I've only been playing the social media game for a limited amount of time. I'm not... You know, it's interesting because most people around my age have a lot of, like, experience on social media. Pretty much all my classmates had social media before they were technically old enough. I didn't, though. I didn't. I very deliberately remember, like... I remember choosing to not do that. I'm very happy I did. I have a couple social media things now, though. But I've always kind of been a chronic lurker, I guess. Which I don't think is a bad thing necessarily. I think lurkers get a bad name, a bad rap. I think it's completely valid to be a lurker. I think it's honestly healthy. Healthy decision making. Oh, hello. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna do anything. Oh no. I used to be good at making healthy decisions. But the thing is, once you stop doing that, it's so easy to just say, well, fuck it. Let's see how far I can fall. Oh, it's so bad. It's like this impulse to see how bad things can get. And instead of trying to prevent falling further, it's more like, just lean in. Obviously not a good approach to help. Obviously not. But it's so fascinating as well, seeing if you can hit some sort of break point. Like, what are my limits? How much can I actually take? You know? Kind of masochistic, in a way. $342. I feel like I can't really buy anything with that. Yeah, no. Shame. Yeah, shame. To quote Hot Fuss. Man, I haven't seen the Cornetto trilogy in a while. I used to love that as a kid. It's... You know, I have a hard time rewatching movies, but Cornetto trilogy I've watched a couple times. 2 or 3 times, which is like massive and ridiculous for me. I remember watching them basically in the same kind of period that I watched Scott Pilgrim, which is also a movie I've been like thinking about rewatching for a while now. Man, I have some fond memories of those movies. And they're kind of intrinsically linked in my mind, I guess, because of Edgar Wright. Makes sense. Yeah, maybe I want to do like a marathon with those at some point. Journal. I cannot exit through the front gate. That is of little concern. I am committed to my cause and I will not back out. So far, none of the maps I've found coincide with my own, yet upon comparing them as a whole, I believe I have unearthed a slight pattern. It seems the forest is always to the right, the tower above and below. Well, hopefully I don't have to find out. Yeah. Yeah. You do, though. You do have to find out. Would it be interesting if I did a watch-along of like the Cornetto trilogy plus Scott Pilgrim? Like a marathon thing? How do you even do that? How do you even do a watch-along? I don't know. I don't know if that's... I don't know. Not everything has to be content. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to do that part just for myself. But I do wonder if I'd still like those movies in the same way I did. I mean, no, I wouldn't. I might like them in a different way, though. That's the thing, isn't it? You never like things the same way after you've gone through like more of your life, seen things. I'm a different person now. And I'm still changing, obviously. Oh, man! Oh, that was close. But alas. Well. That's how it is sometimes. Okage is just really good for killing bosses. Downstrike, I feel like that's... I don't see why that's supposed to be a good upgrade. I don't see it. I actually don't. Is there anything here worth... Spell. Blade. Come on. Course. Spell Thief, I mean. Of course I'm taking the Spell Thief. The Spell Thief drains mana from the enemies they hit. This grants them access to an infinite supply of mana in the heat of battle. Rock on! Yeah. The idea of a spell... Yeah, that concept is just really fascinating to me. You use a sword, but you also use a blade. I like that. I really like that. That's a concept that just works in my mind. Come on. Come on! Come on, zombie. Come on. Okay. Spikes. That's not as bad as it could have been. Could have been just actual spikes, not a spike trap. Yeah. My priority now is to get to the boss with good help. Yeah, I should set my intention for starting a run, actually. That's true. I'm not employing any strategy, I'm just going, man. I could have checked the map. Yeah, no. Dead run. This is money now. Get out with whatever you can find. I'm not even using the specials. Oh, man. I'm not even using the special stuff. That's why I'm so bad at this game. Honestly, that's my problem right there. Well, it's one of my problems, aside from my reaction speed and poor planning and lack of any thoughts. I guess that's what happens when you try to do a Satsudan in a game you really ought to be paying a little bit of attention to. Let's go. I have never liked the dark. I prefer to meet my enemies in on an open field in plain sight, but now I find myself braving these darkened gallows with one gauntlet outstretched, the other by my hilt. I can never tell what horrible lies beyond each corner. I am the greatest swordsman in all the lands, yet I am having trouble even keeping these demons at bay. My siblings should be grateful that I rushed ahead of them. For them it was a blessing in disguise, for they would not have the fortitude to survive these holes. I'm trying to make the notes a little more unhinged as they go on. I know I started with a lot more of base, but you know. This might be enough to buy something. But I am getting to the point where buying stuff is kind of a useless goal, because, you know, at a certain point you do actually want to you know, defeat the boss. And at a certain point, that's a skill issue. I'm not super good at this game. At least not while talking, turns out. It's just fair, right? It takes a little bit of concentration to do something while talking, but like, given the fact that I'm not huge, like, I'm not a huge gamer, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Still kind of slightly disappointing though, not being incredibly good at everything I do at the first try. Honestly, how dare the world not make me just a prodigy at literally everything. Feels unfair. TBH. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, but I have a decent amount of money now. I can buy something. I am making progress. There you are, what? Yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. $2,650 gold. Okay. Okay, I'll try the boss, I guess. Killer. Ouch. Ouchie, wouchie. Ow. How do you do that? It feels... I don't know. It's a skill issue. I'm 100% aware. It's definitely a skill issue. It's just... Paladin. Paladins are good because you could block shots, which should be good here. Upgrade Lich. I mean, good in theory, but honestly I'd rather have a spell sword. Turn your spell thieves into spell swords and grant yourself the power of summoning empowered spells. You call that an axe? This is an axe. I wish I could do an Australian accent. There was a point in my life where I wanted to learn the New Zealand accent. You know, being a non-native speaker of this language, I kind of have to choose kind of how I want to sound, which kind of accent I want to approximate, and there was a time where I considered New Zealand for my, well, New Zealand, Aotearoa. Aotearoa? I think it's Aotearoa, right? Am I remembering that correctly? I considered that accent briefly because of Flight of the Conchords. Yeah, I know. I'm a bit of a nerd, I get it. But part of me still wants to kind of... a little bit? Just a little bit? Like, it would be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? 425 for 85. I don't have that. For 30. Yeah, I can do that. No. I was 5 off in my mental calculations, and now I have wasted the maximum amount of money. Nice. Good. Good to know my math skills are good. That's not gonna come back to bite me in the ass later. Wink. Yeah, no, I think I just managed to waste the most money possible. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Oh well. No point in being bitter. Moving on. Can you imagine me learning how to do several accents? Like doing a Scottish and then switching flawlessly into Australian before doing my Brooklyn and then several different Southern American ones. Like, I don't know. I'd love being able to voice act a little bit more. There are so many skills I'd love to be better at. So many skills I'd love to be good at. Oh, hello. Very predictable pattern, but that doesn't matter if you suck, does it? Yeah, okay. Oh, good. Good. Something to show for the dumb decision I made. Yeah, that's... Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, okay. I deserve that. I'll take that. Spell sword, of course. Flame barrier? Empowered flame barrier? Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. 500. 500. 400. I can't spend that on anything, man. Can't spend that. So now, I should be doing spells all the time. And yet... Nope. Man! Oh! Oh, how's it feel to suck so bad? Man. Feels bad. Armor. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I am making progress, though. Tell you what. I need to go grab a little bit of water. But I do want to continue this. So I'm gonna go back to my loading screen. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's see what we've got here. Archmage, Clonus, random muscle spasms. Seems bad. That seems bad. Barian Paladin. MP and HP are swapped. I don't know. That's... Oh. 272. If I can't use 400, I can't use 270 either. Actually, I'm starting to see why people want to do the architect, right? You find yourself someone who is good. You get a layout where... What? Is this... No? I have no thing that should make millions of enemies happen. Huh. Interesting. It's just a room then, I guess. Thought that was like one of my conditions. But yeah, I should practice the boss a little bit. Yeah, spikes. Man! You know what I'd like now? A little bit of whiskey. Don't have any though. Maybe I'll go out and buy some whiskey tomorrow. Or it's been a while since I've had a beer as well. I wanted whiskey. I don't know. Remember you can dash. Remember you can double jump. Yeah. One thing at a time. Okay, what's most important? Dashing is most important right now, I feel. Focus on dashing. Can you dash away from enemies? Can you do like a reactive dash? Can you incorporate dashing into your playstyle? Can you actually improve bit by bit? That's how you do this. That's a dash. Let's dash. Ouch. Could have dashed. Dash. Could have dashed. It's not necessarily always about reaction speed. Sometimes it's just about having it in your mind. Just having it in your head. Lich. There is no spork. Yeah. Nice. Sure. Stats. Health is just solid, honestly. That's what's gonna win me this game. Health is just solid. Just stats. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Oh, yes. I don't know, it's a weird effect, but I really like it. Yeah. It's at least in my head now that I can do it. doing the boss now would be foolish, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I just need to do it many times. I just need to do it a lot of times. And honestly, I feel as if I'm gonna use the Architect, I'm gonna get like a powerful character. And I'm just gonna grind the boss until I understand how to do it. Yeah. Okay, give me a Hokage. Yeah, Hokage. 500. We're doing damage up. Because damage is always also a good stat. It's just solid stat. 60% gold, yes. Lock it. Enjoy! Maybe you can reach some of the treasures your ancestors missed. Yeah, I hope so. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope so. By that, I mean, I hope that I beat the boss. Now. Because I'm not looking to do anything else. Just boss. Just boss. Nice! Thank you. I did it. I did it. I fucking did it. Thank you. MP increased. HP increased. Strength increased. I don't know what that accent is. It's nothing. It's the thing. It's just nothing. Thank you. Next. Oh, have you heard Adam Neely's reharmonization of that song? Oh, that is legitimately such a good... Tasty. Tasty. Reharms are good. I love reharms. That's a good one. I want to get better at doing that myself. I want to get better at reharms. I remember I used them as an exercise at one point. I used to do them a bit, but I've kind of not done it in a while. I guess I've focused on my improvisation, which... I mean... Ow. There's nothing wrong with that. Different thing to focus on. I like improvising. And it's definitely scratching like the creative itch of like kind of make something yourself. Yeah, it's good. I was using Architect, so getting far into the castle would not have been as good. Yeah, sure. This is the one I want, right? Because that gives me bestiality, yeah. Which we like, of course. Which we like, of course. That's not a good thing to say out loud, is it? No. Just to clarify, I don't do bestiality. I think it's funny. As just skill. Fuck, I'm digging a hole here. What's the first law of holes? When you're in a hole, stop digging. Second law of holes, go. When you stop digging, you're still in a hole. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Bestiality. I do not endorse it. Okay, there we go. The usage of the term in the skill was funny. Yes, there we go. Explicit. Impossible to misinterpret. Haha. Just kidding, we're on the internet. That's just the nature of large audiences, though. A lot of people watching, then a lot of people are gonna have lots of different interpretations, and some of those are not gonna be as charitable. It is what it is. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that. I promised I would stop making those jokes. Come on. Come on, Cora. Come on, Cora. The thing is, now I want to go to forest, right? And I get some new sweet gear. Ah, yes. And some more money. Money flows more loosely in the forest than in the castle, which, by all accounts, does not make sense, but, well, that's the way of things, I guess. Have I eaten today? Yeah, I've eaten. Yeah, I've even talked about it on this stream. Wow. Short-term memory, yeah. You know how it is. Let's go to the forest. We're getting a new bit of the soundtrack, of which we, so far, I've seen very little. Yeah. Heard, I guess. Ouch. 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 That should not be very hard. Oh. Oh well. Was that the optimal time to use a fountain? No. Am I gonna come back? No. Does that retroactively make it the best time to use a fountain? Yeah. Recovered a little bit of health. If I know for a fact that I'm not coming back, then, like... yeah. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where if you save it, just in case, but you don't end up coming back to it, you might have been better off just using it. And I know for a fact that I'm not. Because I know who I am and how I work. Yeah, I'm level 35 and these are beneath that. Is that embarrassing for me? I don't know. I'm enjoying the game. Who cares how good I am, honestly? People watching the stream? That's fine. You're not here because I'm good at games. You're here because I'm an engaging conversationalist, right? You didn't listen to me talk about witchcraft for like 20 minutes because you care so much about Rogue Legacy. This is just background music and something for me to do with my hands while I talk. Well, that's not true. I do love playing this game. It is a fun game. And I do enjoy games on their own merits. It's just... talking is good. I like talking. I can still dash. you are. I remember seeing one of you before when I had dementia. One of my characters had dementia. Let's see then.
Alexander.
"46. You're 11 levels higher than me. Overpowered much? Power grinder? Gaming the system? Frankly, don't think that's fair. Playing 5 against 1, 6 seconds. That's. I mean, you can't blame that one on me. Alexander's cheating. Have him sent to the principal's office and have him expelled. That's something like that, right? Oh man, that movie's fun. And the Good Night song? Oh my god, when he starts... Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It's a weird one, but it's a fun one. Also connecting to the dream talk we had earlier. That's interesting. I think Lich. Lich. Oh man, it's getting kind of late for me. And I mean, by that I mean like later than I usually go to bed, but I want to keep going, honestly. I want to keep going. I want to see if I can make this a longer stream. I don't know. I am starting to feel the effects of this on my voice, though. What do spelunkers get that miners do not? I can't seem to recall. I feel I'm gonna buy them, though, because it's a very efficient use of my gold. Oh, that digginess turned your miners into spelunkers. Now that spiffle light on your head actually does something. Not really. Yeah, because you can actually see the things. Is that useful? Debatable, I guess. Debatable, dateable, beratable, rateable, creatable. Other words. Can't think of any more words. That was a short list. And I'm pretty sure I even made some of those up, so I don't... Foaming, yeah. Remember. Guardian Box 3000? That's funny. Yeah. Oh, nice. As a lich, I should be killing as many enemies as I can because that's how. So liches are grinders. That's actually pretty appropriate, isn't it? Oh. That's actually pretty thematically on point. Yeah. That works. On point. That's AAVE, right? I feel like that's AAVE. Probably. Probably. Huh. Should be aware of that. Okay. Oh! Aren't you a special boy? Ow! Yeah. Or you were? Ah! Oh, get dead. Oh, I mean, you were already a skeleton, so... My one-liner game needs work. I will admit. Ah. Takes more than 2 hits. Okay. Ah, that's actually pretty good. I haven't been reading the hints. Spelunket. Now, that's interesting because not only is that a feminine form of spelunker, but it's also a diminutive. I feel like it's a diminutive, right? Spelunket. It feels not only feminine, but it feels small. I don't know how I feel about that. Diminutives are really fun, but they're also like a little bit like I feel like they can be disrespectful maybe sometimes. A lot of times, actually. Mana cost, that does nothing for me right now. I feel like help, possibly equipment, possibly armor. All good choices. Yeah. Could I have spent that more efficiently? Yeah. Yeah, like that. Okay, sure. That's all my money. I feel like as long as I spent most of my money, I'm doing fine. Okay, so I'm a Spelunket now, so I want... But I feel English has, like, managed to rip itself apart from the convention of so many European languages. Of gendering everything. And I mean, grammatical gender is not what a lot of English people seem to think it is. Like, it's not that chairs have a gender, like, it's... That's not how it feels when you're speaking a language that is gendered, as a speaker of a gendered language, right? It doesn't feel like chair is a woman or a man or whatever. It just feels like certain rules apply to certain words, right? Ah, Helios blessing. My voice, my beautiful voice. Oh no, it's going. That's what I get for not warming up properly. And also for singing practice and a long stream in a single day. And also for singing outside of my range. Man. This is not the right way. But like, if English escaped the convention, basically, and then said, no, you know what? We're gonna reintroduce it. Ah, fuck off. Fuck off. I don't like that. Get away while you still can. It's just... like... why would you go into that willingly? What? Man, I don't know. Yeah. At this point, I might have to start talking less, but I do want to play more. Yeah, I do want to play more, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to talk as much. Super sorry about that. Right? I didn't... I'm doing bad. So many chests. Oh my god. Fairy chest. Don't know how much of a chance I have at that one. Oh. Okay, curse. Sure. I feel like I'm about to die. I feel like I'm about to die. That sucks. 1080. That's enough to buy one thing. Yes. It's something. It's something. Ah. One thing, okay? One thing. Or I guess I could buy that set of armor. Chest plate. Man, I'm feeling it. Yeah. Or... Interesting. Can I afford? Yeah, I can afford something. Nice. Like that? Yeah. Oh, look how neat I look now. Yeah. Oh, ADHD. Okay, yeah. That's satisfying. That's very satisfying. What is the tactic for a spelunk? No, for a spell sword. Using spells. Obviously. That's the tactic. That's... I am literally just not playing to the class's advantage when I'm playing. I'm just not. Okay, jump right into the spike ball. Maya? Yeah, Maya. That was luck. Wow. I'm not gonna even try to claim that was skill. Oh, nice. Ow. Yeah. Siphon. Siphon's interesting. Not really something that works for my playstyle though, since I don't ever do anything other than basic attacks. It's also funny how the monsters in these are random. Because every now and then you end up with just a completely ineffectual cage of monsters. Just Spell swords are... They're meant to be like DPS, right? They're meant to be like an interesting version of DPS, I feel. That has to be it, right? Oh, slimes, I love slimes. Slimes are cool. That reminds me. I want to play Peggle. No, the Peglin. Goblin Peggle, whatever. I've never touched it, but it looks right up my alley. That might be fun. I want to expand my palette outside of, like, Minecraft, you know what I mean? And Minecraft is a very easy game to play a lot. It appeals to me in a lot of ways, but... I do want to play other stuff. I don't want to drop Minecraft either. No. I definitely want to do like a variety of stuff, but maybe keep doing Minecraft a bit. Ah! I have spells, I have dodge. Remember. Spells and dodge. Yeah. I have enough gold to do stuff now, at least. That's nice. Wait. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die if I do that though. So there's no point. I have dash if I need it. I have a dash if I need it. Can you give me anything? No. Hyperion's ring. I thought it was the hedgehog curse. Hyperion's ring, what does that do? Is that the extra life? What is Helios blessing then? Don't remember. I remember playing this game in 2013. Man. 2013, huh? That is the year it came out, right? I believe it is. I think so. Silver helm, nice. Nice. Should I be focusing on down strikes? Chest. You guys know that Sandman has come out recently? I've heard that's good. I've had it recommended by some friends who I trust. Huh. I'm curious. I've read some of the comics. So I know I know roughly, well, you know, I know what it is, right? I know what Sandman is. It's good. It's really good. No, I love Neil Gaiman in general, so obviously, you know. And I really liked Good Omens, so I have high hopes, I guess. Yeah, rather have sword daggers. But I don't know. It's a TV show, and you know how I feel about those. It's just hard. It's just so hard to get through. TV show for me. Movies are good lengths. Or or you have to do like D&D shows, I can also do. Because, yeah, that's different. At that point, the episodes are long enough that I registered them differently in my brain, I feel. But a TV show, and especially a TV show where every episode is just 1 hour, that's just... I don't know. That's just such a perfectly bad length for me. It's just such a perfectly bad length. Not to say that 20-minute episodes are great either, but they feel different at least. Ugh, Faye. Lady Faye 2. I remember Lady Faye 1. Good times. 4,000. That's pretty good. What do you got? Silver Helm? Oh, more health and more mana. Or just nothing else? Yeah, Silver Helm. That seems good. Siphon. Not sure if that's the move. Not sure if that's the play. I do think Silver Helm is a good play, though. Mana goes down. I know it's like one of those things, but I don't know. It feels... Yeah, let's do it just to do it. Randomize children? I don't know. Health is just always good. Damage is just always good. But am I right now? Man, I'm tired. Man, I'm tired. I do want to keep going, though. It's the thing. Well, I just upgraded my armor capacity and bought a silver helmet. So my defense should be up, so I should focus on attack, I guess. Yeah. Feels reasonable to me. Makes sense. Like that. More health, more mana. Oh, the little fish fin thingies. Oh, love that. I love helmets with designs. I love armors with aesthetics and designs and just, yeah. Like, I love armor that is specifically like feathers or fins. Like armor that is specifically like fish themed or bird themed. That's just such a cool thing to do with armor. That would be a really fun thing to get. Like a proper piece of like armor, but like ornamental, pretty armor. Like bird armor. Oh man, feathered armor. Oh yes. With metal feathers, just super decorative. Can't imagine how expensive that would be though. real expensive. I had to guess. Ow. I mean, normal suit of armor is expensive already. I've checked, but like a pretty set of armor, like specifically really pretty one. Oh, that's probably real expensive. Like armor that is mostly just fashion. I'd love to. I'd love to try that one day though. Wow. Journal.
It's still night. Past every window stares back the same melancholic moon, but I swear I've been here for at least a whole waking day. Must be the adrenaline. I've never felt so powerful, yet simultaneously challenged. It is accelerating to charge through these rooms, cutting down enemy after enemy. In some ways, the foes in this castle feel tailored to me, training me, guiding me, watching me. This may sound crazy, but if this castle can somehow sense those within it, I fear it may hold malicious intent as well. If my assumptions are correct, the designs of these halls could all be a ploy calling me down further into a trap. I must stay alert. Ah, yeah, you sure must, buddy. Yeah. Oh, I can really feel it in my voice. Oh man. Oh man. I should stop now. I'm not gonna though. I'm not going to. Did I get anything interesting? Don't think so. No. Stat upgrades. $625. 670. That's not gonna work. Yeah, but I never use down strikes. Is the thing. Okay, all right. I guess. I don't. They're probably great. I don't. Sure. You know, general philosophy of these things. Grab one of each. That doesn't apply to every game though, but, you know. Ow. 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 It feels so bad. I want to talk. Like, I want to talk. I have things I want to talk about, but my voice! Ah! It feels so bad. From the number of pet adventures I've passed in these halls, I've come to the following conclusions. 1. Many did not take
enough provisions with them. I assume many died of hunger. I myself am running low, and I will have to find more supplies. 2. Many are missing clothes, which explains the pant-wearing zombies. 3. No one has made it as far as I, since I haven't passed any corpses in over an hour. Karubi, good for you, dude. Awesome sauce. Spirit. No, sprint? Spirit? I don't know. I think it's sprint, probably. My voice. My voice. Oh my god. Yeah, now we're gonna have to call it. Oh man. We're doing this boss, and then we're dying, and then we're done. Ugh. Yeah, let's go. Oh, this feels bad. Oh. This has been Cordelia Colt. I'll see you in space. Goodbye. Oh, I wanted to stream tomorrow, but well, I guess, yeah. We'll see, I guess. Goodbye.